This man's face isn't his own. His hair, tongue, teeth, and skin all come from another man. In 1997, Richard underwent a groundbreaking full-face transplant surgery, considered a miracle in the history of human medicine. Remarkably, Richard experienced no rejection reactions after the surgery, and his facial structure was perfectly restored. He can even make all kinds of funny expressions. So why did Richard undergo a full-face transplant surgery? It all goes back to an accident he had when he was 22 years old. On that day, after a gathering with friends where he got drunk, he had a heated argument with his mother upon returning home. Richard lost control of his emotions and, at one point, pointed a gun at his own face and pulled the trigger. Fortunately, his family quickly rushed him to the hospital, and while he wasn't in life-threatening danger, his face was extensively damaged, especially on the right side. Upon waking up, Richard deeply regretted his actions, but doctors had no solution unless someone was willing to voluntarily donate their face. From that moment on, Richard's life plunged into endless darkness. He became reluctant to go outside, spending entire days in the dimness of his room. Even when he went out, he wrapped his face tightly with a scarf. Richard's family also lived in constant pain. It wasn't until 2012 when a boy named Joshua died in a car accident, and, before passing away, he donated his face. Richard and his family seized this opportunity. However, the facial transplant surgery posed significant risks, and any mistake during the surgery could lead to Richard's death. After unanimous discussions with Richard and his family, they ultimately decided to undergo the facial transplant surgery. The surgery presented a tremendous challenge for the doctors. Over 100 experts from around the country gathered to discuss the surgical plan. In the end, they formulated a risky plan where they would cut from Richard's hairline. They replaced Richard's eyebrows, nose, lips, and even the entire facial skeleton. Despite the dangerous nature of the procedure, brave Richard accepted the challenge. After more than 10 hours of surgery, Richard was successfully wheeled out of the operating room. What's even more unbelievable is that he experienced no rejection reactions post-surgery. Doctors described his recovery speed as a medical miracle. Today, Richard's face has fully recovered, and he has found a loving girlfriend. He has visited and expressed gratitude to Joshua's family multiple times. Joshua's sister is deeply moved each time she sees Richard, who now shares the same face as her brother. It seems like Joshua is accompanying his family in a different way.